Yeah. Lord Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Well, it's over. You know what I'm saying? The season is concluded for the Philadelphia Eagles. After we just get, shown up in every facet of the game by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers by a score of 31-15. It's almost like, where do you begin, man? You know what I'm saying? But before I get into the meat and potatoes, this video was brought to you by Manscaped. Big Manscaped in the building. Use code Brunson, save 20% off, get the free shipping, and the free shipping, I fought for that for y'all. So, where do I begin, man? First, this was a total team loss. You know what I mean? This was a total team loss. You really can't blame this loss. You really can't exclude any level of gameplay from this L. Everybody had a hand in this one. The offense, the defense, and the special teams all had a hand in this L. Then on top of that, you throw coaching in. Then you throw the refs in. You know what I'm saying? Not to say we lost because of, bad refereeing. Let's start with everything you were stacked up against. The coach, Nick Sirianni, totally just lost his mind. He lost whatever he was thinking that was good. He lost it. He did a total memory dump. We looked like the 2-5 Eagles today. He did a total memory dump and just kind of went backwards, in my opinion. Surprisingly, the best coach in the game, it's hard to pick one, but it's the defensive coordinator. You know what I mean? He let Brady have his way in the beginning, but as the game went on for the Philadelphia Eagles and his defense, we did sack them 4 times, and a lot of those did come on third downs. So the defense did force a lot of punts. A lot of punts they forced. But when you punt the ball to the Philadelphia Eagles, you got a dude back there named Jalen Reagor, who will muff it, who will misjudge it, and they down us at the 10 or the 3, or he'll catch it and not get nothing. It's just ridiculous how god-awful Jalen Reagor has been this season for the Philadelphia Eagles. It is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a guy who was like, listen, let's ease up on booing him. But when you do that, you deserve every boo in the state of Pennsylvania. You deserve every single one of them. When you play a game like that, you deserve the boos. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. I mean, he muffs a punt. You know what I mean? After the defense gets one of them sacks I'm telling you about. You know what I'm saying? I think at this point it's a 17-0 game, and you got a chance to put some points on the board right before the half, I believe that was. Muffs it, and then that's erased. You know what I mean? It's just crazy, man. What did you even elevate Huntley for? Because with how many and this is what I'm talking about game plan, man. Now I'm going to talk about the coaches for a little bit. Now, you know how awful Reagor is in punt return. I'm thinking that's why Huntley is being activated. I'm thinking you barely even use Jordan Howard. So I'm thinking that's why Huntley is being activated. Maybe we can use a spark out of the punt return game. No. We activated Huntley just to activate him. He don't get no playing time at all. And just to deactivate Arcega-Whiteside, who fits the game plan that you ran today? You ran a bunch of screens. Don't you know when Devontae Smith was manhandled on that wide receiver screen to his side? Arcega-Whiteside could have been right there. You see, everything was just out of whack for the coaches. The coaches came in with a scheme. We clearly ran our scheme to get the ball out quick, to try some stuff on the outsides. It wasn't working. And this is the next level of development for Nick Sirianni. The next level of development for Nick Sirianni is that he has to understand that the scheme, they might shut the scheme down. Your scheme ain't 100%, it ain't guaranteed. Somebody might scheme really well, and it just counters everything that you schemed to do on the offensive side of the ball. Todd Bowles did that. He knew what you were going to do, which is why he loaded the box. He loaded the box and actually showed you how you should beat him. But you didn't change anything until it was too late. He loaded the box and gave Devontae Smith 7 yards of cushion the whole first half. So for the people who are misinformed, thinking that that's a QB, not identifying where to go, no, that's not it. What are you supposed to do when you see 7 yards of cushion, but it's a screenplay called? You got to run the play that's been called. You got to run the play that's been called. He hasn't earned the right or the respect right now to not run what's been called. He hasn't earned that right as a quarterback to be able to do that. The coaches got to be able to see that and call it and identify that. And that's the next stage of development for Nick Sirianni. He just didn't do that at all this game. He didn't. The offense. The offense was god awful. We didn't run the ball very well. We made some good throws. We converted on some good throws at times, but it wasn't consistent enough to hang in there with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It wasn't consistent enough at all, actually. You know what I'm saying? We really honestly couldn't move the ball. Then you compile the two interceptions that Jalen Hurts threw. The first one you just can't throw. The second one, I get what you were trying to do, but you just can't throw that either. There's no excuse for those two interceptions. There's no excuse for him. You know what I mean? He has to be better. That's the next level. The next level of development for Jalen Hurts is learning how to be a better passer. That's all he has to do for the rest of the offseason. Listen, bottom line, the Philadelphia Eagles are ahead of schedule. We're ahead of schedule. Nobody expected us to be in the playoffs. Nobody expected us to be in the playoffs. And if you mad that we're in the playoffs because it's now a 7th seed this year, well, how about all the other people that tried to chase that 7th seed and didn't get it? How about the Minnesotas, the Saints, the Chargers, the Colts? How about them dudes who wish they would have had a 7th seed? You know what I'm saying? This is all experience that we're gonna put in the back of our, in the back of our memory bank and move on. Jalen Hurts was horrible today, though. He was absolutely horrendous. I don't think it was the pressure that got to him. I just think that he was really literally trying to make something happen inside of a broken scheme. Once you try, that causes you to automatically do too much. You're not in a scheme. You're not in a scheme where you're not in a game plan that counteracts 8 men in the box in a single high safety. You didn't run anything. You didn't play chess. You showed them your move, they countered, and you kept doing your move. And they kept countering. You didn't play chess. You didn't try to make Todd Bowles do anything different. So what outcome do you really even expect for real? What outcome do you expect? I do think we abandoned the run a little too early, but what outcome do you expect? This is what you get when you don't adjust. This is what you get when you don't adjust. I like the pressure that, that Gannon was getting on, I like the pressure that Gannon was applying at times, but it just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. The Philadelphia Eagles were outclassed. They were outmatched. And this is what we need to happen. We need to take L's like this, especially for the young. We had 24 guys that this was their first postseason opportunity, man. I came in thinking that we can absolutely win this game. I felt strong about that. I don't regret feeling like that because the tools were there to try to put a way better effort than we put in. A way better effort. Everybody has to develop during the offseason. Everybody has to get better during the offseason. Everybody. Way too many times I saw wide receivers, slow down on routes. Quez running full sprint. Then he stopping to look around. Then he try to run full sprint again. Bro, no. You fast, but I don't think you that fast, bro. Run your route all the way through. Drops. The penalties, so many things that reared its head in the first 7 games all came back in one game, in which happened to be the most important game of the season. We had everything. We had up and down play from the quarterback. We had poor coaching. You know what I mean? Bad play calling, whatever you have. You have the defense giving up a lot of points. You have penalties. You have dropped passes. You have mental errors. Everything that plagued the Philadelphia Eagles during the first half of the season came back to bite us in the ass. All in the wild card round. It came back on it. So that's the indication that you still got a lot of work to do. But what do you have? You have the youngest quarterback that made the playoffs this year. You have a first-year head coach. You have a first-year defensive coordinator. You have a lot of money to spend during the offseason. You have 3 first-round picks. This is the bottom line. The bottom line is this. If you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan, you damn sure got something to be proud of because you are ahead of schedule. Everybody thought it was going to take us a long time to even be talking about playoffs again. They were wrong. We proved that we were a playoff team. Yeah. We proved that we'll be scrappy and we want to be around. We want to be. Some teams just don't want to be there. Some teams just don't care if they get there. We want to be there. We have the hunger for more. So as bad as today was, understand that there's so many things that's moving in the right direction for this franchise. so many things. We were supposed to be a 4-win team. We went out there, we made the postseason. We got some knowledge. Maybe the most of our veterans come back, but we got 3 first-round picks. And listen, hang your head high, because I'm going to hang my head high all offseason while I'm pumping out this content. Because I do believe this is a bad loss. I got a bad taste in my mouth from this one for sure. But I see that we can be better. Like, we didn't even target Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith could have had 150 yards in this game. We could have been way better than what we went out there and displayed today. That's the bottom line, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Overall, the season was a success. We were a playoff team. You know what I'm saying? We know how the story unfolded. But, listen, we got the draft to look forward to. We got the rest of these playoffs to look forward to. You already know, man. Listen, man, let me know what you think in the comments.